doing hundreds, we going insane. Pointers. Dead homies got me pointers. We get awards, but we got the glory. I'm shooting my shot, and most times I be scoring. Do this for my city, I bring on the trophy. Feel like Freddie Mercury, we the champions. Here in Los Angeles, we doing numbers. Bringing home victory, straight out the huddle. I'm at the plug, introduced to my brother. My squad superior, ain't none above us. We doing numbers. Gang in the building, we taking it over.
Feeling like I can't miss. Baby, it's all in the wrist. You really wanna be the boss, that's expensive. Ain't the real champ if you never defend it. Put in that work, I'ma make them remember. I just broke down hella trees, yelling timber. Stand in the line, they put me in the center. It blow their mind when they see how I'm winning. Went back and doubled up, now you in trouble. My all hustle, my diamonds are huddled up. TGOD got this off the muscle. Ask me about my life, man, I love it,
The seating capacity is 65,000 at Ford Field, and we are right around that number today. A good crowd on hand and seemingly ready to go in the Motor City. Today, we've got a good Week 5 matchup in store here between the Carolina Panthers and the Detroit Lions. The first quarter of the season already in the rear-view mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. Amon-Ra St. Brown going to bring it out of his end zone. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hawkinson. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. First carry for DeAndre Swift. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. The Lions had 2-2 through the first 4 weeks of the season. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
On play action, they'll throw. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Panthers will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ballgame.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football, but at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
Well, the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Now, this defense for the Lions, they played extremely well last week in that win over Green Bay.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape, because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
He's got room at the 30, and they're going to get this down inside the 15.
Well, dialing up that play call certainly meant that he grabbed a little extra shot of courage on that one, because normally on 3rd and short, you're just trying to move the sticks, get the ball just past that line of scrimmage. Instead, they take the big shot downfield, and it pays off.
9 yards on the first down, keeper, and it's 2nd and 1. They'll drop the throw. Caught on a slant. Touchdown, Panthers. DJ Moore, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Panthers use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. From his end zone is St. Brown. Well, a dangerous return man showing it here. And he'll go out of bounds all the way down inside the 35.
Well, he gave up the first touchdown of the game, but how about the response? Big-time return. Now it's their chance to try and put points on the board.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Back to throw here. And he slings one that's incomplete.
Partner, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marquise Bell. And the Panthers are going to take possession of the football.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for 2nd and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it 3rd manageable, or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. That'll be caught by Anderson. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. First carry for the Oklahoma State man, Chuba Hubbard. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. Eluding the pressure right. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it'll be 4th down.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with it. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Back to throw again. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced him.
And he is going to go down. He will be sacked on the final play of this first quarter. 10-0 the score after one on EA Sports. Jack Fox out to punt here on fourth down. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change? Taking it right down Broadway. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
There's a nice move. And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. They'll go option to the short side. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
He'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete into the hands of Trimble. Touchdown! Tommy Trimble, his first touchdown on the year. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Gonzalez now to add the extra point. He's got it, and it's 17-0.
Makes the score Panthers 17, Lions nothing.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. From his end zone is St. Brown. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to it. And this offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. And here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
Here's Smith to return it. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return, and it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
Second down, another chance for Hubbard. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. 14 yards, good for a Panther first down. Now a toss. Hubbard going left. And he'll work down inside the 45.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
27 yards there, a first down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
He gets this one to Hubbard, complete. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
Well, they use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. 2nd and 5. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for this with Hubbard. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Chuba Hubbard with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Panthers are able to add on to their first half lead. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And the rout is on here in this first half. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. From his end zone is St. Brown. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here, because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer, because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll look to throw again. And that'll be caught by St. Brown. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that is incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game. It has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Again, he'll drop to throw. Quick slant complete to Keenan Allen. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 36. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And the Panthers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. So his struggle is just continuing here in the first half throwing the football. Charles, now 3 interceptions.
And they don't feel like they're just great plays by the defense. There's a sense that maybe he's a little careless with the football now. So some of the great coaches in the past, you know what they've always said? I can't teach you, obviously, because you're not listening. So maybe the bench can teach you. He's got to be careful now. He might get pulled.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And obviously not fooling anybody here as they stop him behind the line of scrimmage. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone.
The Panthers take over first and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Third quarter starts with a run by Hubbard. It's a room to maneuver. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. The first play of the second half. A big success, over 30 yards. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Now here's Palmer on the jet sweep. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And, that would get a right up incomplete. Nearly an interception in the end zone. Probably should have been. Third down coming up. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much since. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth. Here's Johnny Hacker now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's got Allen. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. They're going to look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now back to throw. Across the formation, he's got him. And I think the ball's out, and it's picked up by the Panthers. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
They'll start with the option. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
Let's go now. A gain of 19 yards. First down,
and they'll run on first down with Hubbard. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
2nd down, another chance for Hubbard. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
He'll drop to throw. Touchdown, Panthers. Robbie Anderson. Halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the Panthers have opened the lead up to 30. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. From his end zone is St. Brown. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like...
And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. And the Panthers are going to take possession of the football.
Well, let's face it, Brandon. They're down here in the second half. Want to try and make something happen. And if you're the guy with the ball in your hands, you're going to try even harder. Because I think all he was trying to do was to get outside the pocket and see if he can find a big play downfield.
2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's second down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
On second down, here's a run with Hubbard. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. Touchdown, Carolina. Chuba Hubbard with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Panthers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. From his end zone is St. Brown. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy, because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Right back to Swift again on second down. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line. This defense just continues to bottle up that ground game. And look, I mean, the deficit right now for this offense is so big that it might not matter. But you're still in the third quarter. They're probably going to have to try things through the air, Charles.
I agree with you totally. That's what they'll have to do. They do need to run it occasionally to take a few hits off the quarterback, because right now, you just know those pass rushers are fired up to get after it.
We have played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Here we go.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run the draw here with Swift. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it, because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Right back to Swift again on second down. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
They'll set up a throw. He's got this, complete to Williams. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46. They will run straight ahead with Swift. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
That throw into the arms of Allen. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. Already a pair of third down conversions for them on this drive, but right now they need 5 yards on this third down try. And he'll go right back to Allen. That's complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10. On play action, they'll throw. And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Keenan Allen from 8 yards out. And the Lions are finally on the board here in the fourth quarter. They'll try and throw for it. And he will get into the end zone as the deficit moves from really bad to slightly less than really bad. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. Oh, did the Lions get it? Yes, they recover. Great job by the kick team there to get the football, but also don't forget about the man that started it, the lonesome kicker himself.
I love that you brought him into it because he doesn't get nearly the attention he deserves. Oftentimes it's only when it's negative. In this case, he created a positive play for his team.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the Lions linemen might have moved. The full start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. They'll look to throw. And now here is another interception. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense. And certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner hoping to hold a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap one.
From his end zone is St. Brown. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. Yetur Gross-Matos getting in there to make the play. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. They'll set up to throw. And that'll be caught. It's St. Brown. And they will elect to decline the penalty.
Everything turned out the way they wanted it to. No sense in even having to take that one. Hence the decline.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Jeremy Chin picks it off. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
First down, they'll stay on the ground with Hubbard. 132 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but, boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for Carolina, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Detroit, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And they'll be off to Minneapolis next week for a look at new U.S. Bank Stadium and a date with the Vikings.
I'm bad, stop it, cause it ain't no economy. I see no biggie.